Hey, this is Gareth and Bruce. This is our first attempt at a podcast.
We just don't know where it's gonna go.
You got more of the gruff voice. I got more of the
Softer feminine voice.
screw you.
Hey.
I don't know, I felt a little snobby when we hit 10 episodes.
Okay, that's an interesting question.
The two of us can be Vin Diesel. Gareth can drive like him. And I can
You
look
can
like him.
Welcome to Spaghetti Junction. My name is Gareth,
My name is Bruce.
and we talk about things. We just don't know where they're gonna go.
Hello and welcome.
Wow.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was.
Hello and welcome. Hello, welcome to Spaghetti Junction podcast. My name is Gareth.
My name is Bruce.
We like to talk about things. Don't
Also don't
know where they're gonna go. This episode is sponsored in part by Blue Fanta. What the Fanta? Actually, they're not. They should be.
It's Gareth's new favorite interesting drink.
Yeah, I'm still doing it. I mean, I think I'm going to stop soon because I'm having so much sugar. But I like it.
Watch episode 86 for Bruce's first experience popping his Blue Fanta cherry live on the podcast.
So bad.
I know.
Because cherries aren't normally blue, but okay.
Yes. Unless they're really cold. Sorry.
On that note, that's the episode over.
I've really got to think before I speak. Anyway.
Well, sometimes. So, anyways, I wanted to bring up two things.
Oh dear.
And I can only remember the first thing.
So you're basically going to bring
I was
up
bringing one thing. Exactly. Okay.
I'm waiting.
So this is how certain people lost their shit, and I think that they have got so much time on their hands. They've got issues. So Disney brought up the new Little Mermaid, but she's black.
Oh, yes.
People lost their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lord of the Rings. There's a new series on Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not Paramount. It's
Amazon.
Thank you very much. And there were characters in this one which are black, and people lost their shit. These people went that direction just because they happened to bring in characters of different colors. And someone said it so well. I can't remember the word they used, so I'm not going to say it so well as they said it so well. But it was just basically people are losing their shit on a make-up piece of world that doesn't even exist. You're losing your crap over fantasy characters.
Yeah. No, it's a thing.
And it's like, if you use that energy to the betterment of humanity, if you use that energy to make noise and to make how do you want to know what I want to say but I can't find it? If you really want to have a go, for example, at government on stuff that needs to be changed, channel that inner ogre, that inner troll, and actually use that for good.
Yeah.
But no, you'd rather sit in your mum's basement and write no, but there's been horrible hate. It's been ridiculously bad. They've gone on a chat site and they've gotten onto the sites linked with Amazon, and they have found the cast name somehow, and they've sent them hate mail. They are apeshit about them because they're black, and Tolkien would never have written.
Oh, so it's okay. So it's hardcore Tolkien fans who are going and
it's a race.
They would never even.
Tolkien would never ever have written in a black character. So now now them bringing black characters in is now defacing what Tolkien really wanted, and it's blasphemy.
I don't think Tolkien wrote anything about the Rings of Power either. He just he wrote the Rings of Power as a story. I don't think it's part of Tolkien.
It's all part of Tolkien.
Yeah, but he never wrote a book. He never wrote one of his books called The Rings of Power, did he? He just wrote The Lord of the Rings, but didn't go into. I don't know.
You don't know, Bruce. That's okay. We don't have to dive into it all the way right now. It was supposed to be a small topic. The point being, people have just got absolute issues, and I don't understand. And also because Ariel, the Little Mermaid. She was white and she had red hair. So how dare you bring in someone who's black? It has actually made the character more relatable to another section of of young girls that didn't relate or don't. There was a article linked with it about how the black character has actually made it more relatable now to to young black girls, because now they're saying that wow,
Okay.
you look like us, and again that was just something fresh. Like I think it's great. Whatever, you don't have to be stuck down. I mean, what's going to happen when there's a black James Bond one day? Are people going to lose their shit?
Well, they've been talking about that for ages.
And unfortunately, Idris Elba won't take the role because he doesn't want to be seen as he doesn't want to be labeled as the first black James Bond. He wants to be seen as James Bond.
He's actually quite sick of everyone talking about him being
Yes,
James Bond.
I would
He's
imagine so.
He's like, you know what? Shut up about it.
Exactly, it's over. It's done with.
You know what? And if Idris Elba tells me to shut up, I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Oh, trust me.
We've consistently proved that we're allowed we can actually disagree and still be friends.
And still maintain a friendship, exactly.
Which is in this day and age.
Congratulations, yeah. I think give us a handshake. So Eddie. I was going to bring up last time, but there were other things going on in the beginning.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of animal. There's gazillion animal facts everywhere.
Yes.
I just have a handful that are interesting, but I also want to get into it because you know me when I'm watching. I think we have conversations, and like I'll get into the depth as to like. I can't remember, but in the movie, I'll be like interested, but like if the moon was this and blah 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 blah, and like that's just like way too much overthinking. Like so with this thing, it's animal facts to most people.
Okay.
To me, I won't get through them all, but to me, I just want to have like a bit of like why, or how. Okay, so here's a few.
I have
Okay.
no idea where this is going.
The one is interesting. Okay, I didn't know this. So this isn't going to be my how question or why.
Okay.
A flamingo's head has to be upside down when it eats.
Okay, because
Because you see when they're
they use the way they angle, the way their beak has to angle into the water.
the spoon. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they have to. Oh, before I even do this, I had a thought in my brain. Do fish ever get thirsty? Question. It's not animal facts, it's just a question. Okay, so while you're thinking about that, okay, here's a very interesting one. Female ferrets. Okay, so you don't know what a ferret is, like a weasel, basically.
Ferrets
So
are cool.
female ferrets die if they do not mate once they go into heat.
Damn.
That's a lot of freaking
like
firepower.
It's like the female version of blue balls.
It's like, damn it, somebody give it to me now.
And then,
Yeah, did they just like explode?
yeah, exactly. All the fur everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're like gone.
Splat. Okay then.
So, one of my questions is, how did I guessing it's like a scientist did this, or I don't really know who actually sits down and works through this kind of stuff with the animal kingdom. But I mean, who could actually? I mean, so does that mean that somebody would have to sit? Like, how do they find it out for the first time?
Someone was watching.
That you
ferrets
just sit and watch ferrets
and
and say, okay, this is a female, and
she's in heat now.
why did like 24 die last night? And then they had to now go backtrack. Oh, they were all on heat and they all. But also, that's a random thing for an animal's gifting to the world. You will die if you don't have sex. And the problem is that they don't even have a choice about this.
I personally know how she feels. I mean, yeah.
What, you'll die?
human beings are like that. I'll die if I don't have sex.
No, this is literally they will die.
They will die. Yes.
It's not
Yeah,
just,
humans just cry about it.
Exactly. And Weasley. That's about it. A snail can sleep for 3 years. Again, what person sat with a snail? How do you even know if it's sleeping? Sure, it's inside its house, but it might be playing cards inside the house. Uno, or solitaire, or tic-tac-toe underneath in his house.
Maybe they're attached sort of.
How do they sit with a snail for up to 3 years?
Maybe they attached sort of brain sensors and heart rate sensors to the outer shell, and then measured the ups and downs.
Wow.
I don't know.
Imagine that's your job. So you have your degree, you're covered. So your first job, yes, you need to work out how long a snail can sleep in one sitting.
Just for advice out there, don't put that on your Tinder profile. Okay,
What?
it's not going to work.
Snails.
Snail research.
Snail researcher.
Snail sleep research. I don't think you're going to get many swipes, but anyway.
No.
You better be a really good-looking snail researcher.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got to know what you're up to, pal. And because, like, literally, so maybe the wiring thing works, but I just like, who the hell? And I mean, who even sits and thinks about it?
Yeah.
It's not going to change the world
No.
because the snail slept for 3 years. And watch this, okay? He sleeps for 3 years. He wakes up. As he wakes up, somebody steps on the shell and dies. How would that suck?
Yeah, that would.
You lost it for 3 years. You're rested. You're already.
Although I don't think if a snail's going to go to sleep for 3 years, I don't think he's going to hang out in the middle of a pathway somewhere. I think he's probably going to be like,
You would actually hope so. You're right.
like on a, somewhere up in a tree or
A tree.
or I don't know,
In the bushes.
in the bushes.
Underneath a pile of rocks.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. That's what that is. Okay, let me just give you one last one. There's so many. Okay, fine. Now you see, now you're helping my thought process here.
You're welcome.
Kangaroos cannot fart. Again, what does a researcher do? So they find a family of kangaroos. They invest into a ton's worth of baked beans. So they funnel it into the kangaroo's food system without the kangaroos knowing, obviously, because otherwise they would kick them to death.
Yes.
And then he hangs out there for a week, a month, monitoring any form of flatulence going around these kangaroos. And then goes and does his paper on kangaroos.
Kangaroo.
Don't fart.
The lack of
The
flatulence. in
lack of
kangaroo.
flatulence and why it's affecting the rest of the animal kingdom.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, this is I want to know. He just sits there and hopes.
Well,
And
now-
pumps them full of baked beans continuously until they explode from baked beans.
Well, at least we know that kangaroos are not adding to the methane output of
You
New
are
Zealand.
very correct, Bruce.
That
So actually, it's a good pet to have, actually.
it's good. Yeah.
Not that it wants to be a pet.
Yeah.
It'll kick you in the balls.
Yeah, because of New Zealand and the flatulence tax that they're going to be putting on farmers.
Are you trying to say that kangaroos come from New Zealand?
Oh yeah, they don't. Shoot, that was my bad. Sorry about that. But anyway,
It's not anyways. That's ridiculous. Kangaroos come... Next you're going to say that kiwis come from Australia. Kangaroos are so Australian, it's unbelievable.
I know. I forgot.
No, you don't
I
know.
forgot.
You can't forget that.
I forgot.
That's
I'm
a
sorry.
basic in
I
the
made
friendship.
A mistake.
So when I moved to New Zealand... Wow. Kangaroos from New Zealand.
Maybe Australia will get on the flatulence tax thing as well.
Save yourself, Bruce. Save yourself. Oh, and by the way, elephants are the only animal that cannot jump. Every other animal can jump.
I would. Well, every other animal with legs.
Hey, Dad. You could have a fish that jumps in the water.
That's also true.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bruce needed a rest.
Yeah, I went away for a little bit, so
He went away.
got out of Joburg.
Went to Cape Town.
Yeah.
Of the Cape.
Cape Town.
Cape Town, Bruce.
Got my energy and my chakras realigned with the mountain. It's like connected with the mountain.
Yeah, there we go. Like I mentioned to you, I've never been there, and I'm not.
You gotta go.
The only place that I really want to go back to, not only place, but the one that I really liked was Neisner.
Oh,
I would move there if there was a job that popped up there.
nice.
Actually, no, I probably would still leave the country. But if I wasn't leaving the country, Neisner,
Nice.
hands down, dude.
Anywhere, the garden route, anywhere between George and Plettenberg Bay for me. Neisner Wilderness, George. George is a beautiful town. Plettenberg Bay. Oh, God.
Gosh.
Man. I'm quite emotional, but
Yeah,
which is surprising because I have almost no emotion.
that's what she said. Well, they said. Sorry. Just want to get very clear. So I warned Bruce that I was going to mention a bad joke.
Yeah.
I laugh silly,
I'm bracing myself.
but probably no one else is going to laugh silly. And I kind of, okay, I changed a little bit because it has like an American food to it, which doesn't really, so I just changed it to Subway because I think it kind of makes a little bit more sense. So, did you hear about the Zen master who ordered a Subway?
No.
And they say, or ordered a hot dog, because they like do. So I'm just going with the Subway because it'll make more sense. So did you hear about the Zen master who ordered a Subway? He said he would have one with. No, let me do it again. He said he would have one with everything.
Oh,
I
geez,
laughed. I enjoyed it when I first heard it. Like I cried because I'm not saying it properly, and when you actually hear it done by the right person, it's funny.
Kind of like you had to be there, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I just thought it was clever.
Okay.
Can I say this? You introduced me to sorcery, like magic. What sorcery is this bar? This is called a 5-star. And Bruce said, have you had a 5-star before? That's for you.
Oh, dude, thanks.
So he said, Gareth, have you had a 5-star? I'm like, no, I don't know a 5-star.
Cadbury's.
And it sounded like a random little bar. Like it sounded to me like a cheap excuse for a bar.
I know,
Well, let me tell you, when I first bit it, my mouth didn't. It was almost like it mixed like 3 bars into one.
Mm-hmm.
This is Cadbury milk chocolate with caramel and a crunchy biscuit with a soft chocolate center. Oh my word!
They are amazing.
Because I'm a bar one person or a PS.
Okay.
So I thought this is lame. Well, wow.
Cadbury's, yet again, not a sponsor.
Not yet. Whereas Pepsi, I have we work about 4 or 5 cans left of my stash.
Yeah, you had a serious
That shows how
stash.
long we've been doing this, that I've actually gone through all that stash. There was a subscribers we had. Okay, it was funny. We had, so first of all, there was one who was number 55. Number 55, thank you. I think it's pretty cool because people who don't know us yet are thinking, okay, these guys are somewhat okay that I'll put a subscriber link with it.
Yeah.
Then we had a 56.
Okay.
Great. About, I don't know when it went back. Like a few hours later, it was back to 55. So you know who you are, 56. Stop playing with my heart. Either you are subscribing or you're not. Don't fiddle with the subscription button. As well as other stuff you shouldn't fiddle, which I told Bruce about earlier.
As well as pushing that subscribe button, you are pushing Garrett's buttons.
Yes, you are.
See, that was a funny joke, by
I
the way.
actually, you see, I laughed. I laughed. So well done.
Kudos to me.
Yes. So I'm running out of Pepsi. So Pepsi, I need a new crate.
Yeah.
Email us for the address.
There we go.
Yeah.
And like, comment, and subscribe. We'd appreciate that, Pepsi.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We get like an official message from Pepsi. One day. We laugh now.
One day is
one day when we're like, a few 100,000.
Yeah.
You get a message from Pepsi. But like, finally, got to get in with the groundswell, right?
Yeah.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. I was mentioning to you, and I wish I could. Now that I'm going to talk to you about it, hold on. I actually have to get the right wording for it. I'm going to get it right now.
Okay, yet again, full disclosure, Gareth does this to me so often, starts a podcast and then goes on for a tangent. I have no idea what he's going to talk about, so I'm bracing myself.
It is phobia.
Oh.
And I will not be able to say this. I so fit. I'm going to now write in, how do you say? Like I said, how?
I can walk around there and come and pronounce it.
No, that's weird.
That would be weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. I like to, see if I know what the hell I'm saying. So how do I say this word? Isotrophobia. Isotrophophobia.
Okay.
Hold on, say it to us. Come on, speak, lady. Isotrophophobia. Yeah. Isotrophophobia.
Isotrophophobia.
Hey,
One more time.
Isotrophophobia.
Isotrophophobia.
there you go. And what is that the fear of?
Mirrors.
Okay.
Isotrophophobia. That's so cool. Now, some people fear mirrors due to self-image issues. People may also avoid mirrors because they distort the way an object looks. And this phobia leads to lifestyle changes that enable people to avoid mirrors. Like literally you will not have mirrors. Imagine the nightmare would be to take them into the hall of mirrors and lock the door. They're going to come out in a straitjacket. That's horrible, though.
Do you think you could get to the point where you'd forget what you looked like? If you didn't have like photos and stuff like that, you just
That's
constantly
interesting, yes.
weren't looking at yourself in the mirror.
That's so weird. I didn't think about that.
Because sometimes the memories of what someone looks like, can kind of fade.
Imagine you didn't know how you looked.
But I mean, how would you deal with like walking up to your car and opening your car? Your reflection's right there. Is it only like mirrors?
Mirrors,
or is
yeah.
it any reflective?
It sounds like it's just some people just don't
So
like
like,
mirrors.
can you imagine
at all.
like crawling up to your car and like reaching up and grabbing the door handle?
Well, like what you were mentioning about, like if someone actually like loses like how they look.
Yeah.
Those videos when there's a mirror and there's a dog and it sees another dog in the mirror, which is him.
Yes.
But he wants to like, and he gets the fright of his life. Maybe it's that. But why I was bringing it up, I don't have isotrophophobia.
Okay. Yeah, I would have known.
You would have known that by now, because I'm quite vain sometimes. But I have a thing, especially at work.
Okay.
Where like I go in the loo, wash my hands, obviously because I'm a good person, but not for like 20 seconds. You know how much of a waste of water there is for 20 seconds? So I don't do 20 seconds.
That was a COVID thing. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
jerk. No, waste water.
Don't you worry about that anymore.
That's a whole other topic. I still wear masks, but anyway, that's a whole other topic. And I'll see myself obviously because it's a mirror.
Yeah.
So I was like,
As
hey,
you do.
I kind of like.
You told me about this.
I know.
You have to like tell me again because
So
I forgot.
I talked to myself. I said, hey, looking good, looking great. But then as I'm leaving and going out the door, like it's very random. It's not a big thing at all. It's just my brain sometimes where I just want to make sure that I'm still in the mirror, that I actually haven't left, and that my reflection hasn't moved off with me. So when I look in the mirror and then I'm not there, that'll scare the shit out of me. I don't know.
Your reflection's like, dude, where you going?
I'm kind of like almost like so what I would do is like I leave the last view of the mirror in like a real like a you go boy and then I
Just in case.
well it's
Just
like
in case there's like bad juju or something.
rather leave it in like a happy state than like an angry state. So like
That's
as
hilarious.
I'm about to go to the door, I look and I have to
And
just
then look
look back
again.
once more just in case. It's like almost in my mind I'm saying, come buddy, please, let's go.
Do you only do this at work, or do you do it in like your bathroom and your other?
I think it's mostly at work, to be interesting enough. I mean, at home it's more familiar.
Okay.
At work it's like it's work. I don't stay around there, so I don't want to leave myself in the mirror at work, and then I rock up here and my buddy's like on the other side in the bathroom in the work saying, "What the fuck?" It's weird.
I couldn't have a fear of mirrors. I'm way too much of a narcissist.
No, the only thing with the fear of mirrors, if you do want to have a fear of mirrors, watch horror with Kiefer Sutherland. It's called Mirrors.
Oh.
Oh my finninch.
Yeah.
You want to see things climbing out of mirrors?
Okay.
That's the one to watch. My brother watched it, and he doesn't anymore, but he used to watch horrors like crazy. He said in all the horrors he's watched, that was the most believable. Like it scared the crap out of him.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
So
I'll
yeah,
stay away from that one then.
if anything climbs out of mirrors, It's but as you say, you're a narcissist, so you and mirrors.
Me and mirrors get along so.
I mean, your
we get along
freaking
swingingly.
profile photos, you taking a photo.
I was looking good
in the
that day.
mirror.
I was just looking good that day. I'm like, I'm gonna take a photo of myself because I was looking good.
I like that.
Mm.
You have a very good self-image,
Mm.
and I think that's great.
Mental point of origin. Whatever, Bruce.
Mental point of origin.
Whatever.
The MPO. The mental point of origin.
MVP. Most valuable player.
Yes, you are. Actually, that makes a brilliant sense. You are a player. That's the best way to
Not
even
for a
say
while
it.
now, I promise.
I'll just go with the most valuable person. That's me.
Ah.
You can be the player part. I'll just be the person. I'll just be the person.
Cool. Well, this has been the Spaghetti Junction podcast. My name is Bruce.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And his name is Gareth. And
They
do all
already
that
know
cool
my name
stuff.
from the beginning and do all that cool stuff. Okay,
Awesome.
bye bye.
Have a good one. Cheers. Bye.